Betting WNBA? Me too. We're learning how to bet WNBA week by week, and we're cashing. So if you want to win some money betting the WNBA, come on in. Let's get this money. Welcome everybody back for another episode of the Money Pot Betting Show. I am the host. I'm the CEO. They call me Moss Money, and we are betting WNBA basketball today. We have been teaching ourselves and going through our process on how to bet the WNBA. So if you clicked on this video and you want to learn how to bet WNBA, this is the correct place and the correct time for you to be watching this video. Now, I will have chapters below, so if you just want to get to the picks and just get your money, hey, go ahead, skip ahead. I'm not mad at you. But what we've been watching here is just how are these teams playing and interacting and who's good and who's not. And so far, it's only been 2 or 3 games. So far, I'll just tell you this. I'm good. The way I'm betting the WNBA is that I'm leaning to the better teams and the stars. I don't know all the players yet. I'm learning all the players. That's the point of this. So we're looking at the New York Liberty a lot. We're betting the Minnesota Lynx a lot. We're fading the Chicago Sky. We're fading the Dallas Wings. We're looking at a lot of Las Vegas Aces and a lot of Indiana Fever. Not too sure about the Connecticut Sun a little bit, but those are my 4 top teams I've been betting. The Fever, Liberty, the Lynx, and the Aces. Obviously, they all have their big stars on all of them. A couple stars sprinkled here and there in other places that I haven't seen those marquees, but those are the marquees that I've been watching so far and that we've been cashing on. So let's bring up the quick recap real quick of last week. This is our record so far. I do have another bet on here, so we're actually 3-1 so far, and in our 2 weeks we are up. I want to say close to 3.5 units. We missed this. Is it not Natasha? Is it Natasha Kohler? I think it's or Nahisa. I forget her first name. But she was a runner-up to the MVP last year with Asia Wilson. But we missed this one by the hook, right? She finished with 23, as you can see, and we had 23.5. So we were right there. We really should have been good, clean sweeping on all our picks so far, but it is what it is. And that Caitlin Clark, 8 assists to yes, minus 370. That wasn't that deep of a line before. At least I don't think it was. But we'll go with the numbers of what it said, so we won't, fix it. But I do want to show you my bet that I had from the first week of actually betting on the actual bet for my first parlay that we actually hit. Let me play that real quick. Angel Reese with a double-double. That's a 2-leg parlay, right? Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, the both record double-doubles. And that pays out even money at plus 101. We're doing it real light. We're just, you know what I mean? We're not. So there you go. Real quick, just to make sure. And then I messed up, man. We on WNBA mode, right? Switch up, right? WNBA mode. What we doing out here, man? We messing up. Too early in the morning. Get my coffee. But just wanted to show you guys that there was another bet out there that I couldn't record on the Action Network app that we did hit. So we are 3-1. Just want to be clear. So we are 3-1, and it's time to bet right now. I don't want to talk too much, but I just want to show you what my process is. So I'm looking at lines. I'm watching the games. You guys have to watch the games. You cannot bet blindly. When you bet blindly, you're kind of just it's really, a losing matter. You can look at it and say, oh, this team's better than this team, and you can get lucky in that way. Betting is about luck. I'm not saying that betting, just because you watch the game, you're going to get the bet right. And it's not like it's a 50-50 bet. Your odds are not in your favor. The house always wins for a reason. But at the same time, you have to put yourself in the best position. You have to put yourself in the best position to win. And by doing that, you have to do the right things. Actually, I have a video in the links below that will show you what my 1 hour betting strategy is each and every week for how to bet. Go ahead, you guys can click on that link in the comments below. So let's bring up our handy dandy sports book. Let me stop sharing that screen, share the next screen. We've been using FanDuel because I think they've had the best. Let me zoom that in for y'all so y'all can see that. I think they've had the best, at least like player props and odds and stuff. So we're going to be using FanDuel to make these bets. All right, game one. New York Liberty versus the Indiana Fever. New York Liberty is returning defending champions. They've looked like the champions so far. Natasha Cloud has been on a tear for them. Great pickup for them from a trade from Phoenix. We talked about that in the first episode. So good game. This game, I think Indiana Fever last game, I think it was the first time Caitlin Clark didn't have a three. So I expect her to bounce back. Now, you see at the front here, these bets that people put in here that the algorithm from FanDuel does. I'm not a fan of those. I think they're losing bets. So I typically don't bet those parlays. But, if you want to take a chance on Caitlin Clark, she's the golden goose. She's the hot name that everybody knows. People are going to bet that as well. But for me, in this game, I'm looking at one person and one person only. And I already mentioned her, and that's Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud has been on an absolute tear these last couple games. She's not known for her score. She's known for her assist. But for whatever reason, she's found a niche in what she's doing in terms of scoring both almost 20 points of both games. First game against the AC, she had 22, 6, and 9. Last game was against Chicago when she played 5 minutes less. She had 18, 4, and 8. So for me, this is going to be a points and assist combo bet for me. For Natasha Cloud, I think she gets this too easily. In my opinion, as long as she continues to score, I don't believe in Indiana Fever's defense. They lost a lot of defensive firepower when they overhauled um, their their roster. So give me Natasha Cloud over 20 and a half points and assists. Remember, she averages almost 8 assists already. So all she really needs to score is 10 points. And she's been scoring 18, 22 in the first two. So I don't expect the guard play to slow down. Now, the way you attack the Fever is the inside game because they're really light inside. Any scoring big can do some work in this game. So even if Natasha's down on points, I still expect her to score double figures, and I still expect her to get 8 or 9 assists. So, she could easily have a 12 and 8, 12. Well, we don't need 12 and 8. That would suck. A 12 and 9 stat line, 14 and 7 stat line. That's very in the means of this game for a competitive game too. For this one, the Fever should be up for this game for the champs to come in Indiana. So I expect Natasha Cloud to be a big player in this game. Give me 20 and a half at minus 110 for my first bet on that 1 o'clock game. All right. See, I don't know why this always does this. All right, we just hit back button. All right, cool. All right. I don't know. So Caitlin Clark, if you want to bet Caitlin Clark, only thing I'm looking at her is her assist. She is getting close to being a walk-in triple double. But when her team needs her, she starts to get to her spots and scores. They run a lot of set plays that are way behind the 3-point line where her range is at. So I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna watch some more on how they play with her. So I'm not 100% sure about her. If I'm looking at her to bet anything, I would be looking at record a double double, record a triple double. Would be my plays for Caitlin Clark for now. But for now, I'm just gonna lay off. I want to continue to wait because I don't know how she's gonna. She had a triple double against Chicago, and Chicago's terrible. So I don't know how she's gonna do against somebody that plays well, play good defense, team total defense too. So kind of would be on the under. I wonder what her point. What are her points? Might be a good call for the under. Yeah, look, it's 21 and a half minus 125. I don't want to pay the juice because she could always go off, shoot or shoot, but I'll leave that alone. All right. So also for this game, I'm going to be looking at Brittany Stewart uh, for her rebounds. Let's just go to rebounds. Let's see what she has here. Oh man, 7.5 at minus 138. It's a lot of juice. It's a lot of juice. What's eight? 132. See, they skipped nine, right? And if you go 10, she plus money, plus 186, right? If you go 10, you might as well go for her for a double double. All right, I'm gonna pay the juice. Let's go Brianna Stewart over 7.5 rebounds. Like again, I just think that inside the Fever are weak. I think that they actually lead the league in rebounds, but they've played 3 games, and the Liberty I think is like seventh or sixth in rebounds, and they played 2 games, but the only average off is by 3 rebounds. I think the Fever averaged 38 team rebounds or 39 team rebounds, and the Liberty do 36, but they're 1 game behind. So, and that's in 2 games versus 3. So, I like this play. I think there'll be some opportunities for Brianna Stewart to get a lot of rebounds. I think that what's her name? The center who won the MVP last year for them. What's her name? I know her name. I just got to see it. It begins with a J. Jones. What's her first name? Joan Keen. Joe Keen. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not Joaquin. Joan Keen. Jones. For somebody who's 6'6", you would think she would dominate the rebounds a little bit more. Kind of like her blocks a little bit more than her rebounds. So let's look at that real quick just to see. Do they have blocks up? They don't even have blocks up. Yeah, I would bet her blocks, and you can't even bet her blocks. So, and then I like the Liberty in this game actually too as well. I like the -4 here. To be honest, I don't think the Fever are going to be able to keep up with them. So we'll see if we can marry that with a money line parlay for the Liberty to win. But it's going to take a lot for Fever to win, and it's going to take Caitlin Clark to score at least 25 points for them to win. And I don't think she's going to be able to do that against the Liberty. So, watching this one, I'm watching this one because I think it moved up. I think it opened at 1.5, and now it's -4. All right, this game: Dallas Wings versus the Atlanta Dream. So, actually, no. I'm sorry. Do I want to go back and bet somebody on the Fever? Let me look at the players again. I don't think so. I think it was more the Atlanta Dream I was looking at. Let's look back. And I'm sorry, we're doing this live, right? We're doing this live. We are learning the WNBA, so be patient with me. I don't know all these players well. I know when I see their names, I don't know the pronunciation. So just stick with me with it because we're working and trying to figure it out, and that's the point: to do it together, to win money together. So this is not what we wanted, though. We do want to go to Dallas and Atlanta Dreams. All right, so I've watched this team once. I know Atlanta. They're kind of up and down. The Dream Dallas Wings are bad. They're 0-3 right now. So they're trying to kind of figure it out. But I know on the Dream that Brianna what's her name? Brianna Jones, another Jones, and Brittany Grinder are a beast in the paint. The thing is, Brittany Grinder continuously to get in foul trouble a little bit, or she's prone to. So that is opening up a lot for Brianna Jones. And right now, out of 3 games, Brianna Jones is averaging a double-double. She's having a monster year for her. So, I mean, if you look at, her numbers so far, her last game, 15 and 11, 19 and 13, 16 and 10. She's playing big minutes, all 30-plus minutes in all 3 games. They played the Fever twice. And then they played the Washington Mystics as well. So, and they gave up some points a little bit here. They lost. They gave up 81. They gave up 90, and then they gave up 90 again to Washington. But I don't see that happening here in this game. I kind of would tend to the under here with this game. I think Atlanta should be able to control inside fairly easily. So I'm going to do a player combo here. I'm just going to ride the train, continue to ride the train of what is happening in front of me. I'm getting plus money too as well. Maybe she doesn't play long game, but give me Brianna Jones plus 185 to get a double-double. She's got 3 double-doubles in a row. Make it 4 against a bad team. I don't see how they keep her off the board. And, if they get in trouble, foul-wise, she's going to play. She's definitely going to play. So I think, yeah, I think I just really like the bet. I mean, I doesn't really explain it. Bad team against a player that's hot, getting double-doubles every game. Yeah, give me Brianna Jones with the double-double. Another bet I have in this game is we're going to go to the first pick in the 2025 draft out of UConn, Paige Buckers. Getting buckets. Started off the game kind of weird, 10-7-2 against the Lynx, which is tough with a team that's really not that good. I mean, it's the reason why they had the first pick in the draft. But she started to find her footing a little bit after that. She had 19-6-8 against Seattle, all losses, and then 12-1-10 against the Lynx again. She's playing 30-something minutes. She's it for their team. So I'm going to go with Paige here, and we're going to let's look at her combos. Yeah, 21.5 makes a lot of sense. It's right on the number. She'll probably get 10 and 11, 10 and 9. Going to be tough for them to score inside with that size, though. So I wonder what's her assist over number? 6.5. Wow. And the under is minus 32. Wow. That's a big discrepancy. What's her points? 14.5. Yeah. She's going to have to score a little bit in this game. There's going to be a lot of jump shots, I think. Has to be. And I think she'll be able to score a little bit against them. Starting to like the combo plays because it gives you a little bit more leeway if a player can't. Damn, she's plus 460 to get a double-double. That's not bad because it's not going to be rebounds. They're too tall inside. It's going to be points and assists. I like it. Let's go. Yeah. Give me Paige Buckers to record a double-double at plus 460. Let's get some money. Let's go. I like it. Paige Buckers to record a double-double at plus 460. They got to win one, and she's going to be a part if they win one. That's big money right there. Yeah, I like that one. So we got 4 bets so far, right? 4 bets so far. Just go back, hit the rewind button to get those bets I did want to bet the Liberty here. I think this is you see the number went down and was minus 188, and now it's going down. This tells me that it might be minus 3.5 soon. I don't think Indiana's had enough, man, to beat the Liberty. I really don't. Give me the Liberty, man. Fifth bet of the day. We're a little heavier day. Give me the Liberty. And remember, all these bets are half unit bets, so these are all $50 bets, by the way. So just to let you know. So give me the Liberty at -4 to beat the Fever today at 1. That's a bonus bet as well. Lock that in. I think we're going to have another good day. So those are all my bets for today for WNBA. We will be back tomorrow to recap and give you guys some more bets. Thank you guys for all joining in. Don't forget the link I said. If you want to learn about my 1 hour betting routine, make sure you hit the link below. If not, happy betting. Let me know. Leave a comment. Let's fuck up an algorithm. Tell them, anything, what bets you like, what bets you don't like, what you did, how you do this weekend, how you didn't do. Make sure you let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pot Betting. Happy hunting.